the team that just raised the ceiling of batting 2 seasons ago, but they missed out. They had an off season last year. So as we look ahead with Abhinav Mukund, who doubles up as head coach, so he's got Dan Vittori's role. Faf du Plessis captain. He's got his good friend Pat Cummins' role. I remember a toss with you and Pat Cummins having some fun about how tosses happen. GS is going to...
Have you seen what's happened to the coin since then?
Yes.
What happened?
They show it properly. Yeah. Faf, don't be naughty. GS is going to play the role of the Sunrisers Hyderabad analyst, a role that he was paid millions and millions of dollars for the last 3 years. GS, you ready?
Happy to play that role.
Excellent. Let's look ahead to the Sunrisers Hyderabad IPL 2026. GS, you know this dugout so well. Now, they had an off-season last year. Some very interesting auction additions, right? Because you've got Liam Livingston towards the end of that auction. There's a little bit of word going around on Jack Edwards. You can tell us more about that in a bit. But otherwise, it's pretty much the same template. High power batting at the top with Abhishek Sharma and Travis Head. And they have made some very interesting domestic additions. Lots of Indian fast bowlers. When you look at the ideal 11, take us through what's their biggest talking point.
Yeah, I think they've upped their domestic contingent. They didn't have too many backups last time, and I think they've picked a lot of, in fact, most of the auction was for domestic, and I'm not sure if Liam Livingston was originally part of the plan. It felt like they had a lot of money in the auction, having got a hold of the young Indians, and they went all out for Liam Livingston. Yeah, so that has actually might have created a bit of a confusion. And again, in terms of the bowling, right? One thing, when you went in the auction, I personally thought they would really put all their eggs on improving their bowling as much as possible. The entire season is going to be depending on their bowling. That's how I would sum it up. If their bowling does well, their batting is really strong, one of the strongest in the competition. The bowling, if it delivers, if it clicks, if they're able to defend totals and they have a great bowling time, they will do really well. So
okay, Abhi, I want to go to you first over here, because how much of this relies on how well they've recruited domestically with their Indian bowlers. They've let Mohammad Shami go, they've let Akashdeep go. A lot of their bowlers last year are not going to be part of their camp this year. But in Harshal Patel, Jaydev Unadkat, possibly Harsh Dubey, Zishan Ansari, and a number of players that Varun Aaron has brought to that team, is that essentially the direction which allows them to play only one overseas fast bowler, that's Pat Cummins?
If he's fit, yeah. I think that's the only way they go. Or they end up playing both, again, if he's fit, Ishan Malinga. Pat Cummins and Ishan Malinga both are an option, but I think they're... Just to answer your question first on the bowling, very inexperienced bowling lineup. Guys who aren't making their own first-class sides. That is one for me. Sure. Praful Hinge and Omkar Tarmale, all these guys who based on just scouting from your trials, right? And they were expecting them to go for a lot of money. They picked a mystery spinner in there, or a left-arm guy in Cranes Fuletra, who's played a handful of games for Saurashtra. That being said, I'm pretty surprised at how they've constructed the team, because the years that they've won they've got close, got to the top 4, they've had experience in their ranks. Along with Cummins, you had Bhuvi, you had Nattu, who was doing really well for them. But now, it looks like Harshal Patel and Jaydev Unadkat have to front load this attack. Yeah. I don't know if Pat Cummins might play 14 games. That being said, I think they've gotten all out. So if their batting is a 10, their bowling is a 1. So there's a very big drop-off. Their batting will hurt teams. He said one of the strongest. I think they're the strongest in the competition. With Abhishek, Travis Head, Ishan Kishan, Heinrich Klaasen, they are very strong at the top on a flat Hyderabad pitch. That makes them dangerous. That makes them really dangerous at the top. But the drop-off is too much for the bowling.
The Hyderabad pitch thing is a big point to understand why SRH have done what they've done. Put yourself in Pat Cummins' shoes, Faf, and do you feel like we've had experienced bowlers there, they've gone for plenty. Everyone's going for plenty. You know what? It doesn't matter what the bowling looks like. We'll outbat teams and we'll see which amongst an assortment of uncapped bowlers fires. We'll take that gamble.
I mean, am I right in saying it would happen one season where they absolutely shot the lights out? Last year wasn't exactly the same in terms of that.
Batting returns?
Batting returns. Yeah. Last year they tried the same template, but the wickets wasn't as flat. And they didn't do as well in terms of the batting department. So I get what you're saying. You make one thing your strength and you back it, and whatever happens apart from that is almost like you disregard it. Just focus on our batting strength. I would say it's a lot of eggs in one basket with that, and that's their strength, so they're going with that. But in that, I'm saying Abhishek is not in great form. Heinrich Klaasen has had a quiet year. Travis Head has had a quiet World Cup. Livingston hasn't done well in the IPL. So
Not been part of England's plans.
he's not even part. So you're asking a lot. Yes, it's the IPL, and yes, the wickets are good. The chance that they will come right is very good. But I agree with him. I would like to get some more bowling into that team.
These are guys who've not played in the IPL, and that's my issue. You've got so many teams with. You had a lot of money coming into the auction, and you ended up choosing to spend on Liam Livingston,
Which I have batting.
Yeah, when they already have Klaasen, Head, and you have Abhishek Sharma.
To be fair,
Ishan
they were
Kishan.
in some very high bids, if I remember, which went for, I think, Prashant Veer, they were in the bid
Prashant
for.
Veer, Akib Nabi, Kartik Sharma.
So they were in a lot of bids and they ended up being the second bid a lot over
The
there.
only thing I can think is they think of Livingston's spin as well, because they don't have an amazing spinning
Correct.
lineup either. So like the fact that he gives you something allows them to feel like they've got a 6 bowler that can bowl 2 overs.
Yeah. I have heard from the camp reliably that Salil Arora is just as good as a Prashant Veer, and that they feel like they've got similar skill sets, but they didn't pay
Want
through
more
the bat.
batting.
So
Where does
Salil Arora is a
Arora
keeper
play?
bat. And
Or
I-
through Kartik Sharma.
No, so
comparison.
Shivam Kumar is the guy they really rate high, and they think that he would be that really good bridge. He's a batter and a
Yes.
left-arm spinner. He's the person who bridges the gap between the batting and the bowling. So, but again, like both of them said, they're all playing for the first time. So we'll have to see how they come good, how they tackle pressure, and also if Pat Cummins doesn't turn up or he comes late, then they have a leadership void. And secondly, they have to figure out how their combination looks like.
This Smaran's also in terrific form.
Smaran is in great form, yes.
Where do you play him? Nitish Reddy, Aniket Verma, and you're talking all Shivang Kumars and Salil Aroras, and you've forgotten about Smaran. So
No, Smaran.
I think they're going to front load on batting and try and
Yeah.
say, okay, let's
Yeah.
push the 300 barrier. Let's go there.
They just have
Can
to.
you
Let's be a
imagine-
fast.
I
Can
like
you
this
imagine Pat Cummins doesn't play for them? What does that bowling lineup look then?
Well, Ishan Malinga will have to play therefore as an overseas
Who is
bowler.
injured
He is.
at the moment too.
Then your other options are Bryden
Bryden
Cars
Cars.
becomes the sole overseas bowler over there. Or, as you know, Fab, Varun Aaron is very good at picking people just out of training. So he has seen some amazing talent just in the nets,
Okay.
and therefore we will
We
find.
got to back him out the nets then.
We're going to back our good friend Varun Aaron, but this looks like a huge. It's a gamble. It's fun, right? They've played roulette here with their team,
All on red.
and whether it
Orange.
turns out, we will find out. So this is huge for SRH. Given how big a gamble this is, I wonder if you can make a sound enough prediction yet, or could it be all or nothing again in their team? As
Yeah,
well?
I think it will be that, because the conditions play a massive role. If they get good wickets in 2024, they won 5 out of 7 at home, and that's good enough to qualify. Technically, you can win some games away. They won Bangalore, Delhi, Bombay, all those flat wickets they won. So I think it's going to really depend on nature of pitches. So I totally am with you. It could be like a really great season or something which the other end.
The key is if they can start
So-
winning,
Yeah.
start winning 2 or 3 at the
And
top.
get some good pitches.
Top 4 or not?
Top 4 or not?
No, just
No.
miss.
Just missing out. Well, they're missing a key part of their success from 2 seasons back, and their lack of it last season also. Yes, Faf.
No.
No for SRH. Abhi?
No for me as well, but I'd like to agree there, because you've got guys like one game, one of them turns up, it's game over. Like Abhishek gets going or Head gets going, and that's again just putting all your chips in
Putting
one place.
Kishan also with some form.
Kishan coming in, Klaasen,
Like
you never
7
know.
match
so
winners.
So
if
this
they
is the
can
thing.
get.
If you take 7 of them together, you hope at least one will
That's
fire
the
every
hope
game.
with
Exactly.
SRH. That's
Right? That's
exactly
it.
the
If
hope.
they do that, they'll
strategy.
qualify. If they don't do that, they won't.
And
So,
and
and
even
you?
and the rest will not all go dud together also, as you're thinking.
Where are you on the matter?
I have not predicted any team,
Oh, I'm asking.
but I
you.
like SRH. I think they'll make the top 4.
Okay.
I think they might win it.
And any of the other teams? Which we have missed to ask you so far?
You want to ask me now?
Yes?
I'll tell you. RCB, SRH, MI, and CSK.
Okay.
He's taken all the fan favorites.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
RCB.
You mean Lucknow is not a fan favorite?
He's got strong roots in the south. He's picked RCB, SRH, and CS.
Yes, very much so. And I live in Mumbai. All right. That is our SRH look ahead to IPL 2026.